But I'll tell you, and on behalf of military families, I am all those things, but I'll also tell you I'm Adeline and Garrett's dad, probably first and most importantly. And I think some of you guys know Garrett. He does math and a few other things with you. But congratulations on tonight. It's awesome. And thanks so much for having me. Possible. It's really been a good partnership with Coral here on Nellis. That's awesome. But in talking about military families, first I want to, so for a lot of military members in the crowd here, we put our hand up and swear to support the Constitution of the United States when we wear this uniform. But for our military kids, you don't get to choose. We tell you this is what you're doing. So for our military families, and especially our military kids, I'll tell you, our hats off to you. We are about a month away from moving back to the East Coast. Adeline, 11, Garrett, 13. They've lived in every time zone in the continental United States. And across the board, we pick you guys and gals up and move you all the time. So I think for our military kids, my hats off, and I'd like a huge round for our military kids. I will go fast because I don't have an 8th grader yet. I have a 7th grader, but I asked Garrett, I said, Garrett, what should I talk about? And he said, Dad, we'll talk about whatever you want to talk about, just don't talk too long, because that's the only thing anybody remembers is you just talk way too long. So I would challenge our kids, think about your future sooner than I thought about mine. And by that I mean, you go to high school next year, things really start mattering really quickly. I'll tell you, I sit on several Air Force Academy, West Point, and Annapolis boards for our various congressmen and senators, and I'll tell you, things start mattering really quickly. And I would also charge you that as military kids, you understand, a lot of military kids, you understand the military a lot more than I did. I'm from a little town in the middle of nowhere, Wisconsin, and I never saw a person in uniform until I went on a recruiting trip to the Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs. So I was starting off at what I call tactical disadvantage. But you understand the military. You've seen a lot of your parents serve. You've seen what it means. And I would challenge you today more than anything else. We need our next generation of ourselves, you guys and gals, to think about military service. Because it's more important now than it's been in a long time. But all that while I'm saying, the other little piece of advice, a couple of nuggets from a guy who's been around for a couple of years. Don't grow up too fast. I'll tell you, you can always start working in life, but once you started working, it's really hard to stop. So take the opportunities that high school offers, be it here or if you're moving this summer like we are, wherever that is. Try everything. Play an instrument. Play a sport that you don't know anything about. I didn't even know what lacrosse was until I moved to the Air Force Academy. But try something different. Get out of your comfort zone and try something new. And be a kid, enjoy it still. Because I'll tell you, the workforce, I'm always ready for you. And I will always take you on board, and we will put you to work. But when you start working, from starting working to now 30 years later, I'll tell you, you can always work. So please, revel in being young again. You hear a lot of times, I would trade places with you in a heartbeat. I don't know that I would, because I was never very good at school. But I'll tell you, I focused on school because my dad told me if I didn't focus on school, I couldn't play sports. And that was what was super important to me at that time. Okay, I'll close with just a couple little things. And understanding where you're taking this next step to. Whatever your job is in life, and right now your job is to be young and learn and figure out what motivates you. But understand what motivates you, and then whatever you do, whatever you pick to do, always strive to be the best at it, whatever your job is. And I would say whatever your job is, if the world hires you to be a ditch digger, be the best ditch digger you've ever seen. So whatever your job is, be the best at it. And then the last thing I would tell you is relationships matter. I still talk to my high school friends once a month, sometimes twice a month. But I will tell you this, you can't go through life alone. And standing up here representing the United States Air Force and 330,000 men and women in active duty uniforms, I will tell you, life is a team sport. Everybody has different jobs. So do your job, whatever it is, but understand what your job does to support the team. Okay, I'm going to promise to be short. So thanks for being awesome. Thanks for being out here tonight. Good luck in everything you can do. Focus on it, and remember, life's a team sport, and you're not as kind of person to love. Thanks for having me.